Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a service that's all about helping entrepreneurs, maybe people just like you, launch their business dreams in some of the world's biggest markets. So, you've got that big idea, right? That light bulb moment. You're all fired up, ready to get your e-commerce shop or your freelance career off the ground, and you're aiming high. The US and the UK. The potential there is just massive. But okay, let's be real for a second. Actually getting started, especially if you're not a resident, can feel like you're trying to solve a puzzle in the dark. You're facing this mountain of paperwork, all these confusing legal steps, and the rules seem to change everywhere you look. And a mistake? Well, it's not just a headache, it can seriously cost you. So that brings up the big question, the most important one, really. Who can you actually trust to get it all right? All right, let's dig into that. We're going to take a close look at a service called FilingFox, and we're going to start with the one thing that matters more than anything else when you're building a business: trust. I mean, think about it. Before you hand over any of your personal details, before you trust anyone with the legal foundation of your company, you've got to know they're legit and that your information is safe. So, to get a real, unbiased answer, we checked out an independent security analysis. And wow, the data gives us a pretty clear answer. According to a recent analysis from the cybersecurity pros at Griddensoft, FilingFox.com scores a really solid 80 out of 100 on their trust scale. That lands them squarely in the safe and secure category. But a score is just a number. The really interesting part is what's behind it. Why did they get that score? Well, for starters, this isn't some new company that just popped up yesterday. Their website has been around for over 5.5 years. That's a great sign of stability. They use reliable, secure ways to handle payments, and their domain is registered through a big name like Cloudflare. You can think of all this stuff as clues, and all the clues point to a real established operation. So the tech side checks out, we know it's a safe platform, and that's a huge green flag. But what about the human element? What's the actual experience like for customers? That's where we go next. Let's look at the voice of experience. We're going to jump over to Trustpilot and see what real verified customers have to say. Okay, first off, their overall rating is a great 4.0. But here's where it gets kind of wild. You look at the breakdown, an incredible 80% of people gave them a perfect 5 stars. The other 20%, they gave 4 stars. That means nobody, not a single person gave them a bad or even just an okay review. That's pretty amazing. It tells you people are genuinely happy. And this quote from a customer really sums it all up. He says, "You can just sit back and relax, and they will handle all your worries." That's the feeling you get reading through the reviews. This idea that you can just hand over the complicated stuff and trust that they'll get it done right. And get this. It turns out that same customer actually came to FilingFox to clean up a mess that another service had made. Instead of saying, "Not our problem," they rolled up their sleeves, got on the phone with the State Department, and fixed the whole thing. That shows they're not just a filing service, they're problem solvers. Here's another thing that kept coming up: actual, personalized support. This one user, Bilal, made a great point. He said a lot of the bigger, famous companies don't even offer call support. But with FilingFox, he got it. And he said it made every penny worth it. It's that human connection, But this next story might be the best one. It's about a tiny $10 penalty. A customer faced a $10 fee because the deadline had passed. Now, FilingFox could have easily just passed that cost along, but they didn't. They just took responsibility and deducted it from their own fee. It's only $10, right? But that small act of honesty, it tells you everything you need to know. So let's recap. We've got the security data that says they're safe. We've got a ton of happy customers who say they're amazing to work with. The trust is there. So what is it they actually do? Let's break down their services. Okay, so what are you actually getting? Basically, they've got you covered on the 3 big things every new business needs. First up is the actual business formation. They'll guide you through setting up your LLC or corporation. Next, they offer a registered agent service, which is super important. It's your official address for any legal mail. And finally, they help with compliance management. That's the ongoing stuff, making sure you don't miss important deadlines. It's the complete package, from launch to the long term. So when you put it all together, what do you have? A service that's safe, proven by real users, and truly supportive. I mean, it's the whole package. And that really just leaves one final question. When you don't have to worry about all that legal complexity, when all that stress is handled by someone you trust, the question isn't, how am I going to do this anymore? The only question left is, what amazing business will you be free to build?